The story begins in the Chinese city of Qin, where a bright child was born. This was the first appearance of the strange abilities that came to be known as quirks. Later, many people were born with these abilities, and the world was filled with powers that made up 80% of the world's population. In a world dominated by chaos, there was an authorized group of heroes used by the government to select individuals with strong and unique abilities to serve the community. In this era, however, there is a different kind of hero. This time, the heroes are not chosen by anyone, but act on their own, and each has his or her own definition of justice. This raises the question of whether these people can be called heroes or vigilantes. A giant monster is wreaking havoc in a city. Then All Might, the #1 hero, appears and reassures everyone by defeating the monster with a powerful blow, earning the admiration of the crowd. A college student watches the scene and is amazed by All Might's strength. Realizing that he is late for class, he tries to leave quickly but collides with a bully. The bully demands an apology, and the student apologizes, prompting others to taunt him by asking where his pride is. The bully tries to hit the boy, but he uses his power to dodge it just in time. The boy then begins to run, prompting them to chase after him. This boy's quirk is gliding, which requires 3 points of his body to touch the ground to activate, though he is quite slow. We learn that his name is Koichi, and that he is a college student. Next, we see a girl singing in the city with an audience encouraging her. This girl, an independent artist named Popstep, continues her performance while Koichi goes to watch her with the crowd. Koichi thinks to himself that he hopes the police won't notice this gathering, and also thinks that Popstep's singing is rather ordinary, not too special, but that it's her performance that makes her shine. Then he remembers that she is late for work. As he leaves, he thinks about how people care about appearances and are easily impressed by what they see. When he arrives at work, his boss tells him that he is late and that part of his salary will be docked. Koichi is in the store when the same bullies from before come looking for trouble. This time, they beat him up, and one of the bullies says that his quirk is Spike, which causes him a lot of pain. Soon after, Koichi returns home and expresses his frustration that the police should have done something. He is very angry and declares that he has had enough and would have done something. Koichi disguises himself and says that he would unleash his quirk. He starts helping people in various ways, even organizing garbage disposal. When he is done, he goes for a walk and says he is very thirsty, but suddenly someone hands him water. To his surprise, it is indeed the singer from earlier. He asks her what she is doing there, and she tells him that he is the one who used to go around town picking up trash and helping people. The girl tries to remember his name and calls him the Cockroach Man, which is one of the names used to insult his useless power, which makes him angry. He is about to leave when she comments on his worn-out disguise, saying he should look like a mock version of All Might. He leaves, telling her to watch her shows lest the police arrest her, and thanks her for the water. His tone annoys the girl, which makes her angry, and she accidentally hits one of the bullies who hit Koichi. They start bullying her as well and try to remove her mask with the intention of posting her face online. Koichi watches the scene without reacting, just saying, "Stop it, guys." They tell him not to interfere and to leave in his stupid superhero costume. As he walks away, he sees tears streaming down the girl's face, and Koichi thinks he has to do something. When he tries to confront the gang, one of them grabs him before pushing him away. Their leader approaches him and says that he did not recognize him at first, But now he realizes that he is the cockroach man from earlier, trying to be a hero. The bully starts beating him up again. Then a strange person appears on the roof of the building. The girl tries to run away, saying she wants to call the police, but the bullies start harassing her. Koichi intervenes and the gang member is about to finish him off, but suddenly the strange man jumps off the roof and lands in the garbage. The gang leader taunts him, but the man delivers a devastating blow that sends the pathetic bully flying. The other thugs ask him who he is, so the man introduces himself as Knuckle Duster and that he deals with garbage like they do. He then approaches the rest of the gang and stuns them. He turns to a frightened Koichi and says that he has potential and sometimes needs help, so the man wants the boy to join him and make him a hero. A frightened Koichi says he is not interested in such things, but the man says he is lying because he wears a costume that looks like All Might's and helps people. Koichi admits that he wants to, but he can't get a hero's license with a useless quirk like his. The man replies that quirks and licenses have nothing to do with real justice, but their conversation is interrupted by a scream from the girl, as the gang leader has taken her hostage. Koichi is pondering Knuckle Duster's words when he suddenly lashes out at the gang leader, knocking him to the ground. Knuckle Duster seizes the opportunity and delivers a powerful blow that knocks the human garbage out. Knuckle Duster then checks the leader's tongue, but it does not match the criteria he is looking for. Then he approaches Koichi and tells him that he will teach him all about heroes. Soon after, they go to Koichi's house and Knuckle Duster starts raiding his refrigerator like a starving man, which makes Koichi angry. Meanwhile, the gang members are walking around battered. Their leader wants revenge, but one of the gang members says that the vigilante is too strong. Then someone with a scar on his face stops them and says he has just what they need, revealing a mysterious substance. Meanwhile, Knuckle Duster talks to Koichi and tells him that he is looking for a new and dangerous drug that is spreading in the city called Trigger, and that this drug reduces mental strength but maximizes the power of the quirks. At the same time, gang members have been using the drug to greatly increase their strength. Knuckle Duster says that they cannot rely on heroes and police in this matter, because villains who take the drug suddenly appear in the crowd without warning, so superheroes and police will always be one step behind. He reveals that they have to check their tongues to see if they have ingested the mysterious substance, which makes their tongues darker. The scene then quickly cuts to Knuckle Duster and Koichi chasing some criminals. Shortly after, they meet the singer and tell her that they are looking for drug addicts. She thanks Knuckle Duster for what he did the day before, and then says that they should use their brains and narrow down their search instead of beating up people at home on the street. Not listening to her, Knuckle Duster stops a man walking down the street and orders him to stick out his tongue. Koichi tries to stop the crazy man, but the poor innocent man falls to the ground and some dolls fall out of his suitcase. Knuckle Duster says that an adult walking around with baby dolls is definitely suspicious. The man claims to be in the toy business, and Koichi tries to defend him, but to no avail. Suddenly, Teacher Aizawa appears and stops Knuckle Duster by saying that violence is not allowed. Here is the first episode of the new anime. Want to see the full summary of My Hero Academia? Write a comment and subscribe to the channel for more videos like this.